Zlurpcast!
Pull up a pint of your favorite beverage. I'm drinking Death Path coins. Goes down smooth. Valdric in the flannel, Xtreme in the baby blues, Biran looking like he does. And what is Hurricanes? What is that?
It's the Carolina Hurricanes, used to be the Hartford Whalers.
Oh, okay.
Is that a mustache on the logo?
No, it's a whale tail.
Oh.
Like a thong?
Yeah.
Like a tramp stamp?
Yeah, like a tramp stamp on a big guard.
All right.
So I should probably let the viewing audience know that this show is over as we know it. What you've watched for 100 episodes, I believe. I think this is 101. What you've seen for 100 episodes has now ceased to be. Apparently, I was just told, much like coach of the Lakers.
Phase 4.
Yeah, I was just told we're in phase 4. And
is that with the ants?
4 Horsemen? The what?
Okay. There was a movie in the late 70s with Suzanne Summers called Phase 4.
Phase 4? Oh.
Yes, with
Okay.
ants. Anyways, continue.
What was it about?
That's old man reference, so yeah.
She's one of the hottest of that age. As she aged, she still stayed hot the longest.
I've been more of a Terry.
Cancer didn't take her down.
No, I'll take a Terry from Three's Company any day. Just saying.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, yeah.
Phase 4 apparently is a Blood Bowl podcast, but it's on YouTube, but you can't get it on podcast things. You get it on YouTube. It's a Blood Bowl show. Biran has sort of instigated this. However, he's also sworn his allegiance to like the Bonehead show. So I kind of don't really know where his head's at these days. I'd like
I'm
to
looking
get
for a guest spot on the Bonehead podcast.
Yeah. You know what? You got the head for it.
Yep.
You know, we should call you Big Head
Oh.
because you got a big head.
Yeah. Yeah, I could. And
Physically,
tied to
like-
NAF, maybe I could become the new
Right.
president.
Figuratively, you think a lot of yourself, but you also, am I using the term right, Mike? You also have the atomic mass of a watermelon on your shoulders.
I would say of a small planetary body.
Yeah, like Sputnik.
Like not a moon, but maybe like one of the moons of Mars, Phobos or Deimos.
I think like an Aranjana toothpick. Horrible accent. We're going to talk Blood Bowl again. We have recently. It's creeped in. Like we did one on Adepticon recap, and half of it was Blood Bowl. I didn't put the words Blood Bowl in the description because I was fighting it. You know, it's fighting the urge. Sometimes you got to step out of the closet and say, you know what, this is me, and the world has to accept me. And apparently, me is now a Blood Bowl themed podcast. That's not to say we won't delve, but Xtreme, Mike, longtime Blood Bowl aficionados. Am I wrong here? Am I seeing something that doesn't exist, or are you guys reading the same thing?
It seems to be accurate.
I agree. Since the pandemic has ended, we've been.
It's our most common discussed topic.
I blame Biran.
That Mantic, yeah.
Yeah, I would say Mantic negativity, Biran Blood Bowl negativity for a long time. I'm going to give it a 2. Like, that's you. 1, give it a 1. Can I get it a 0? It's miserable. Everyone looks miserable. And now you are that. Biran, what do you want to defend yourself at all? Like, what is this?
I was against it before I was for it. Like a politician would say that.
Right.
I was against this bill before I was for it. I had a change of heart, but not really, because the most fun I've had is playing everything but Blood Bowl that's Blood Bowl adjacent.
But you're still into Blood Bowl.
I have played 2 full games of Blood Bowl, and half of them were fun.
Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
500.
I know one of those games was a half game. So do you have 2 half games under your belt?
No, I played a full game against you in the tournament and a full game against the other guy.
But didn't you play a half game against Todd?
This is before. That was a long time
ago. The league. Okay. Yeah, gotcha.
This is a tournament Blood Bowl. I don't think I'd like a league.
I'd like to know, like, if Biran played 8 turns separately on separate occasions. how
Yeah,
he
just
feels.
combined it into one.
Like this week we're doing turn 5
Mhm.
to see where we're at.
I took a picture of the board. We're fine.
Yeah. Recently, Biran, you said, I think I'm going to go to Chaos Cup. And I was like, question marks? And you were like, well, if the whole crew's going to be there, I'm like, so play? Question marks? You're like, yeah. I'm like, as a goof? Question marks? You're like, yeah, goof, but real. And I'm like, question marks? Who is this? And
Let me read. I was chatting with Jeffro.
question
I
marks?
was chatting with Jeffro. And
Well, that's
I just sent a message to his Chaos Cup Facebook Messenger, and I said, "Should I go?" His reply, "To what? To Chaos Cup?"
And then you said,
You are welcome to come. ... But I'm not sure you'll have fun playing 6 games of Blood Bowl.
Oh,
And then he started caging like, "You got me out. You don't have to pay, and you might not even have to play at all." And I'm like, "No, I think I'm gonna go for reals."
why is he trying to?
Don't be
discourage
odd man out.
No, because
Yeah,
I don't
well-
want to have to feel obligated to hang out if I'm not
Yeah,
gonna play at all.
that obligates you to go.
you?
And
Well, and if you're odd
you don't
man
like to be
out,
told to do anything.
Yeah.
yeah, you feel like you have to like show up earlier, stay around. I'd rather pay and have no responsibilities.
Mhm.
You know, it's not worth it to me to save.
He
even
was
if
like,
it-
he's like, you get a free ticket, you get free swag.
Swag.
Um,
A swag is your dice and a
Coin
I like how you said
coin and a
swag.
raffle ticket.
and a miniature.
a swag is. I want to know. So, Biran, did you maybe ask? I'll go if I can bring a halfling hot pot.
No,
Did you say that?
I respect him for standing like, but was that in the rule specifically before you asked, Brian?
No.
So he added it specifically to shut any other yahoos up who have
Yeah,
designs
so-
on bringing the hot pot.
So had I not asked and just submitted my roster, I would have been fine. But
Yeah.
I asked.
Punishment for being the good
That's
guy.
a lesson that everyone needs to learn.
Right. It's
But you would
way-
be courteous enough to bring an alternate roster just in case, though, too.
always ask forgiveness, never permission.
Exactly.
We all know this.
And I even started asking him questions about Stunty. I go, so I can do Stunty with star players as long as it's not Griff or Morg.
And Hackflint.
Yeah, and Hackflint. I go, but like Deep Root and Acorn is fine.
Oh, fuck yeah.
because they're not going to really change
Right.
the
Well, and I would argue that you could give me a roster of nothing but, like, if I had all Griff as every position, I would still perform very poorly.
You would.
I think you'd be okay.
I bet you would win a game though.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't win.
Because you would have 2
Game
dive
5, you'd
everywhere
win.
and pick up the ball and dodge like nothing
Mhm.
with anybody. You'd be fine. So
That you would start getting to that point where you want your turns to fail and your players are so good they just won't fail.
Yeah, you're like,
And
damn it.
You're like, damn it.
This
I mean,
game's
that's
taking
pretty-
forever.
yeah, that's when you go for it with every guy. I've had that before. I want to end a game, and I'm like, what can I do? Go for it's for everybody, mandatory.
Look for the 3-die uphill blocks
right.
like I do.
Yeah, I'm gonna maybe bring my guy to a bunch of your guys to trigger the assist and make it a 3-die uphill.
I'm going to try a 5 dodge roll to do a 3-die uphill block.
So, Biran, you scheduled this episode. We don't have another game to talk about. We did Don't Look Back recently. We've done our quick hits. And I was like, what are we talking about? You're like, oh, just our Blood Bowl tournaments planning. I'm like, that
Well, 'cause I think
sounds
there's a lot coming up on our schedule, so I figured
that
it'd be a good
sounds an
time.
awful like Zlurpcast 2010. Like that was every episode. We didn't have a theme. The theme was what tournaments are coming up, what tournaments did we go to, how do you think it went? Let's share some fun times. That
Okay.
sounds like, I mean, I'm not trying to say you're copying anything, but you know how like, when you see something come out like, oh, it's a new movie, new TV show. Oh, it's a remake. Like,
But
is that
the crazy thing is we used to do so much prep work before those shows and you couldn't tell. And now we do no prep work and it's the same
And you
thing.
can still tell.
Yeah, we did prep work. But the prep work we did, to our credit, Xtreme, was we're not just talking about things that we are doing. We did talk about stuff all over because we were trying to be the US tournament podcast. So we talked about tournaments in California we're never going to go to, but we talked about that. So I think there was No, but yes, there was the, interviews and then the star player things, go for it, game show, all these things. A lot of work went into that. A lot of editing, a lot of extra work. It's all gone now. Don't even look. Don't even look for it. Don't even Google it.
I don't know. When I was cleaning up, I found all my best of CDs.
You found that cleaning up. You know what I found cleaning up? Perfect timing.
65 cum rags.
Born VHS.
Can you see that?
Nice. The G-Dub dugout.
It is the G-Dub dugout. R.I.P. motherfuckers. Jeff's. What does that say? Jeff's bro.
Homie,
I didn't even know Jeff had a brother.
He did. Doesn't anymore.
Did he eat him in the womb or something?
No, you know what? It's not Jeff's brother. It's his bro, like his friend. R.I.P. motherfuckers. We got Tupac and Biggie. We got Knock the Fuck Out. That's Xtreme and JP at the top.
You know how like GW, like total GW fanboys, like go ape shit over stuff that happened in the 90s?
Yeah.
Do you ever think Blood Bowlers like 10 years from now are going to be like, oh, this is a dugout from Slurpee Bowl 2006?
Yes. No question that's going to happen.
Get that slab, bro.
People bring up old Blood Bowl shit all the time. There's this I found. There is.
Oh, yeah.
Zlurpcast Zembashki says on the back, limited edition tournament miniature. Zlurpus Zembashki, an undead zombling, was given away at Zlurpee Bowl 3 on June 10th, 2007.
Oh, man. So that's where that drawing came from.
I thought it was going to be written as part of the lore, but this is written from a real life perspective. Impact Miniatures was commissioned to produce the mini. Tom DeWolf sculpted the mini based on the artwork of Melvin DeVore. Did you remember all that, Xtreme?
Sure.
Only 200 of the little zombling were produced. Your Zlurpus Zembashki mini number is 15.
Can I send that to CGC and get it confirmed?
Yeah, this corner's fucked though. So obviously a 9.2.
Yeah.
And then it says slurpeebowl.com at the bottom, which I believe, did Private Sheets buy that one too?
I don't know who bought. Somebody did.
Private Sheets bought slurpcast.com. And every time I go to it to see if we can get it again is another hit, which tells them people are going to it, which means they're going to keep going with it. It's a vicious circle.
That makes them spend more money.
Yeah, not much. They can handle it. They're Private Sheets, Mike. They can handle it.
That's true, yeah.
We don't have the infrastructure of a Private Sheets.
I do not.
When I was at Winter Wizards Bowl, people were very happy to comment about that croc score. Oh man, is it a croc score from blah 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 blah? And I'm like, I don't know. I bought it from JP.
I mean, it is a Blood Bowl croc score.
Yeah,
it's the old metal one that has a tail that has been glued 27 times.
It's glued, and it has a big old donut of green stuff.
So first, I started to paint the green stuff purple to match. Then I gave up on that.
Yep.
Because I've glued that so many, because I used to also put it in a case that was just a tiny bit too small for that model. So inevitably, I knew when I opened the case, the tail would be broken.
Yeah.
But if I never opened the case, would it be broken?
No.
We call that Schrodinger's lizard man.
Exactly.
If I never opened it.
It's like that being it's both broken and unbroken inside the case?
It's broken and unbroken at the same time, because as long as it's in there. Now, I sold it to Biran. As long as he doesn't tell me the status of the tail, it's broken and unbroken.
Guess what? It wasn't broken.
Fuck.
When I took it out of the case for the first time since we did that league, it was unbroken. So it stayed in my case unbroken for years.
And the current status?
We don't know.
We don't know. It's in the case now.
Oh, it's in the right. I also
So we're back to the uncertainty principle. So
right.
I found this one too. Can you see that? Oh, that's you. Reflection of this is like the graffiti, like Xtreme made this kind of like an NWO kind of, right, Xtreme?
Yeah.
Do you remember this?
That's a good one.
But
do you think cool. Am I just saying this now, or did it actually happen? When you came out with this, immediately people said this was cum.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yes.
Who's Johnny?
Oh,
D?
totally.
Who's Johnny D? I used to love their Italian food
Yeah.
by CompUSA.
Johnny D's?
Yeah.
CompUSA. The only place you can buy a 486 and get a 386 for free, which we did. True story.
Do you have the Simon Adepticon dugout?
Oh, you mean
Remember that one?
Mm-hmm.
Was it
It had the circle, and then
was
it
it
had
vertical?
the KO.
Yes, it was a circle. I don't have I did, but I don't know where that is now.
Okay.
That was the one. Did it look like a I'm dating myself, but it looked like Donkey Kong Jr., one of those worlds where he's jumping around the vines.
No, it looked like a Simon board. It had 4 different colored.
Oh, literally Simon.
Literally a Simon
I
board.
thought you meant somebody made it whose name is Simon.
No. It looked like a Simon board.
I do remember
Beep,
that.
beep, beep, beep.
I think the
I
one
was
that you're thinking
so
of, Johnny, was a
proud of
perfect
that
one.
design because it was different.
Who was proud? You?
Me, yeah. I
you
designed
serious?
that and had someone else make it.
Are you sure you weren't proud because you were abusing the laminator at work? And that's what.
No,
really
I
made you
had
proud?
Hank do it.
Oh,
So
very nice.
I didn't do it.
Extreme, the one I'm talking about. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was a Slurpee Bowl one. It was like a picnic scene, and the counter went around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always thought that would look like Donkey Kong Jr. for some reason. It had that same kind of vibe. I don't know where that one's at either. But basically, Biran, I did not keep the majority of dugouts. So this is a tournament discussion episode. So yeah, this is
Yes. Yeah. Let's talk about this.
back in the day, Biran. If you ran a Blood Bowl tournament, at least in our sort of Midwest circuit, whatever we called it, you had certain things you just did. You just do these things. You get dice made and you make a dugout. And the dugout usually, had a theme, had a look to it. It was done 8.5 by 11, so we could laminate it at jobs wherever.
Mhm.
I think the artist formerly known as Gold Member was responsible for a lot of them. It was like, I'll give you free entry to the tournament if you give me 100 copies. And he said, yeah, no problem. And so those dugouts became part of just the tradition, the giveaway. So then when I took over Chaos Cup, I just said, well, to the guy that made the pitch, could you make a dugout too? And then it became okay. But do people still give out dugouts, or is that
No.
right? Not anymore.
The term that came up at Adepticon was if you played Blood Bowl before 2016 edition, that was in the era of the dinosaurs.
You're a dinosaur. Yep.
You're a dinosaur. So these are all dinosaur era.
Guess what? Dinosaurs are fucking badass.
They're extinct, but they lasted longer than we probably will.
Motherfucking
Well, they're still alive today.
I think
It's
there is.
chickens.
Yes.
All I'm saying is I had a folder in school. It was a Triceratops ripping the fucking stomach out of a T-Rex, because the Triceratops could have done that. If he wanted to, he could have done that.
Triceratops were plant eaters, weren't they?
Yeah, they're plant eaters.
But they would have to defend themselves.
I'm
against
just
Chris.
saying.
They have horns.
It's not about food. It's about fucking battle. It's about to the victor goes the T-Rex belt.
What they always forget to draw is the Coliseum it happens in with all the other dinosaurs watching.
And Jesus riding one.
That's right. To the
Yeah.
Ark.
Question on Coliseums for you gentlemen. When you are exiting the Coliseum, what do they call that doorway that you're leaving or entering? There's a real name for it. I recently learned.
That sounds
Like
like something a Greek person would know.
It's probably more of a Latin word. Well, I don't know.
Well, you were slaves to them, so yes.
It is a vomitorium.
I was going to say, no, the door is not the vomitorium. The chamber that the door leads
sorry,
into
I meant
is the vomitorium.
Essentially, so I should have phrased it better. Not the door, but yes. Now, is it true, Mike, that's because when you had too much to drink, you go away from your group to vomit?
That's what people think it means. It's when they had the feasts, they used to say that the Romans would vomit in the vomitorium so they could eat more. That's not true. It just sounds like it's true.
Right.
Is vomit derivative of a Latin word that means something else then? Not
Probably.
All right. Well, we'll have to research that.
I actually took a class in Greek and Latin for science, and vomit never came up, which is unfortunate.
Because probably regurgitation is more rooted in Latin, I would think.
I don't think I think isn't regurgitation to gurgitate again? I've already
Coming up
gurgitated
again.
Listen, I gurgitated yesterday. I don't want to do it again. I think Mike's looking at vomitorium right now.
I once left.
I'm looking up the etymology of vomit right now. So
I did that actually playing Mike at Blood Bowl. I got up to regurgitate in the vomitorium of Gaming Goat.
You know, people
I thought
throwing
you-
up at Blood Bowl tournaments is nothing new. It happened many times.
I saw very drunk people at Chaos Cup. That's for sure.
Yeah, I ran into, and I'm not making fun of anybody, but pretty sure Anthony Sarlo, he was barfing at Chaos Cup once. Because
That was probably gout.
I think he was just sick, and his opponent asked me to check on him, and I looked at him like, pretty sure that's his knees, under the stall.
If someone asked me to check on Sarlo, that's not the first thing I think of.
no,
of, like,
it's not
he's
vomit.
mentally
It'd be,
okay.
yeah.
What are you insinuating, Biran?
That he suffers from some sort of clinical depression,
Oh, well, then Blood Bowl's probably not the sport for you.
or it's the reason.
Oh, that could be. Blood Bowl.
Like there was a pre-Blood Bowl Sarlo, and he was always super happy.
Well, yeah, Masters of Luxor, episode 4. He was
Yes.
the happiest. So anyway, Blood Bowl tournaments, we had the dinosaur age, if you will. You had dice and you had dugouts. That was just what you did.
It's what you did. Yeah.
Yeah. What is it now for the guys? Not me, because I haven't really been to anything, besides Super Bowl. But are there new traditions you see at Blood Bowl tournaments now?
Patches are bigger now.
Oh, okay.
Coins are bigger now.
I'd like to think that I brought patches into the
3D
US.
printed models nobody wants are popular.
3D printed models or just models?
Well, I mean, they're all 3D printed now. But
I have this one. It's really nice, but I need to mail it to Xtreme to paint for the rest of the team for me.
do you?
This
Yes,
is
you do.
Penis McKillian, Mike? Penis
It's Dennis.
or
It
Menace?
should have been Penis. That would have been
Menace.
better.
You said Menace would be the clean version. I like Penis.
If I was more clever, I would have thought of Penis. But
So if one today wanted to build the Chicago Scares, you would have to find someone who had collected them and get it off them. There's no other way.
theoretically, Gorgon Games sells them all.
Oh.
The actuality is they're probably in a box somewhere in a warehouse that no one knows where it's at. So,
Like the Ark of the Covenant.
yeah.
There's quite a few of that. I mean, 1, 2. There's. I think
That's bringing back horrible memories.
of what?
The guitarists.
Oh, is that what? Sorry, I couldn't tell what it was on. I thought it was on the
Yeah.
Scares. And then there's a reflection, so it doesn't really work well. But there's like 9 or 10 official Scares models, right, Mike?
Sure.
I think no, because I used
I'm
to
the
make,
last person to ask about that, even though
Mike's just focused on the next one.
he's
I
focused.
can't even tell you which, like some people are like, do you have this model? I'm like, I don't know what it looks like.
Well, I just love the insult to injury. As a Packers fan, you have to do a Bears legacy team. I love that. So I used to make the joke years ago, I'm not going to paint them until the full team is made. And
I
then
remember
Mike
that.
came out with Gitka one year. I'm like, cool, that's one more year. Now we're at 12 years. Thank you. It's like a year extension.
But is it going to have to be 11 players, or is it got to be
No,
the
it's
full
well, I mean,
Bears
now
roster?
the bets are off now because Xtreme, I bought his team. But so what I do is, when Xtreme had that team, he built them as Norse. And so there's a, Werebear and Elf Warners, that kind of thing. And I could use them as that. I have a Norse team already that I've used. So I was trying them out as Imperial Nobility because what I noticed is some of those guys like the Freezer and Dick Bent, some of them are bigger dudes and would make better bodyguards.
Bodyguards, yeah.
And
Yeah.
so you can easily say those are them. And I could I put like some blood on the base for red because red's supposed to mean whatever.
I use blood for the blood to just like when you use contrast, you have to be careful because all of a sudden you have like exposed piece of primer that wasn't there a second ago.
Yeah.
That's what blood for the blood got.
Yeah, contrast paints. I I think it's, even if you cover the whole thing, for some reason, it's like, what's that white spot in his armpit?
Yep. Yeah, you have to really, because I'm doing the whole don't look back with contrast, but with dry brush on top to help with the splotchiness.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm using them as probably Imperial Nobility, but could be Norse, could be human. There's enough models. I will say that I do appreciate that Xtreme built so many. I probably won't use most of the human lineman type guys, just because at a certain point you run out of, like, there's too many cool looking guys with personality. But I'm happy they're there. They make for nice reserves, on the sideline.
Is there a Hartenberg and a Covert yet, or a Thayer?
No, Thayer should be on the list. I think Thayer should be on the, like, Slayer. Slayer's easy, right?
Yeah.
Jimbo Covert would be good to add one day, but no, they've got, I'll run down the list. Let's see if we get them all. You have the first one ever, which was the Freezer.
The Freezer.
Then redone, but essentially number one, the Freezer. Slim McHam, so Jim McMahon. Salter Payton, soundness, if you will. And I believe 4 is going to be, what's the fourth one? Is it? Oh, Spike Dingleberry.
Yeah, Spike
Dingleberry for 4, Mike Singletary. 5th one is going to be.
Is there a Dent?
There is Dick Bent, but he didn't come out right away.
He didn't come out till like 8 or 9.
I think Killy Galt was the next one.
Okay.
And after that might have been Butthead.
Kicker,
And
full choice.
after that, we're getting into Dick Bent's, that era, and then Mongo. And Gitka is in there too. So, like, I think there's 10 models total now. So it's.
But is there official Super Bowl rules for the scares?
Yeah, Mike has every single model that's been released for Super Bowl has rules in the rules pack, and you could, I think, Mike, you even discount, like, you basically use a formula, but then whatever that would be on a normal guy, you discount it to get them in, right?
I didn't discount it. It's just based on how much skills cost.
Oh, I thought it seemed like they were less. I don't know why.
Well, loner is a negative, so I give them a free whatever secondary skill now. But it's pretty much,
yeah, because you don't have fan favorite anymore, right?
Yeah, fan favorite no longer exists.
But if there's only 10 models, how do you feel? Can you field the whole team of scares, or are they just kind of
players? If you fielded a team with the rules, you can't.
Right.
If you use them as normal models, you can't.
Oh, you say it's a human team with these skills.
So so I'm using I've used them as nobility or human or Norse, and then make the, like, I don't know, the bigger stars, the better players, the positionals. But theoretically, I think the intention Mike has for the tournament would be you bring your team, whatever, and then you bring 1 or 2 scares models to use the stats he gave.
Oh, it's like star players or something.
Which I will say, like, I'd like to bring the team to Super Bowl, but I actually had a thought through my head. Maybe it was stupid. This light's bothering me. Maybe it was stupid, but is someone going to say, "Hey, wait a minute, that's not a human lineman. That's the guy in the rules."
You got to put 16 rubber bands on it to signify everything.
Fuck that, 16 hula hoops on them. So I didn't bring it. It's weird because I should bring them, because it's literally the fucking theme of the tournament. Of all times to bring the team, that's when you should bring it. But I just didn't want to have the conversation.
Yeah.
So
there are 10 player models and Coach Gitka. So
okay, I was right.
But next year you'll technically have 11.
There we go. Well, I don't have to. I'm just going to mail that model to Xtreme to paint. But like I said earlier, that was a shoot, if you will.
Shoot.
But I have this. People don't use these fields as much anymore. But tell you what, the old puzzle piece with this, I was able to get the NFL to approve it. So I got the paperwork.
Express written consent.
I can send you.
Yes.
It was inseminated. I was able to inseminate the National Football League, so we're good.
You don't see the puzzle piece board very often.
No. Why do you think that is? It's just at this point neoprene Just in
Yeah,
general.
neoprene's getting more common, and it's the ideal surface, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of want to just bust this out one day though to prove I am dinosaur.
Mm-hmm.
I am dinosaur.
If you show that to that one girl that plays, she'll call you a dinosaur for using puzzle pieces.
You
Well,
know
just
what?
using the old block dice you can actually read makes you a dinosaur.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
Yes.
And guess what?
I've used the white ones. That's even worse.
The white ones are my favorite.
Yeah.
They're the easiest to read. Sorry. I'm not getting any younger. I have glasses now. The white ones are the fucking easiest to read. I don't make the rules. That's just how it is. The white ones are the best dice. Second best, black with white colors.
Do new players, by new I mean people that got in post 2016, do new players follow the same handshake protocol?
I don't know.
That's a good question.
I didn't.
The handshake's supposed to be after everything's been rolled and you're all
After the
set up.
first kickoff is resolved.
I didn't do any handshakes at Super Bowl.
Not even the weird elbow thing people do.
I did fist bumps.
Yep.
But I waited till they instigated it. I'm not going to
Like
start.
they put out their hand to shake, you go, nah, bro.
No.
Check. I'm pretty sure they started with. I think one game was nothing, and then the other two they did this. I think, but I just know that there's less touching now in Blood Bowl than there was before.
Well, Leif and Adrian got COVID at Adepticon, so that should tell you something.
That's what you get.
We
for
don't.
shopping at
We
Blood
don't
Nerds.
know that for sure
No, it's traced.
We don't know that.
We traced it.
because everyone in his house had it, so that's probably how he got it. So Adrian's probably the patient zero of Adepticon.
But he was patient zero. Yeah, he had it first. So he infected his family.
Well,
He's not a good father.
I hope Todd's revenue was worth it.
It was.
It was.
It was.
I saw that wad in his pocket, and
Yeah.
it wasn't little
And,
Todd.
and Leif had a wad, and Adrian had a
Fucking
wad.
blood money. We call that blood money.
Follow Big Grognard to find
Yeah,
out where
follow the
virus came
blood
from.
money. Grog, you know what? You don't have a wad like that, a COVID wad, and then build a fucking second room to your store. Like
Yep.
that's how this world we live in works, everybody.
That second room doesn't have a floor of scavenged carpet tiles from a going out of business sale.
That
Exactly.
floor is made from the foreskin of every 40K player who's ever played there. That's what that's made from. It was required to have the foreskin to play, cut it.
Although I have to say, I think Wednesday is Marvel Crisis Protocol Day because Thursday's definitely Infinity. It's packed with Infinity now.
Oh God, yeah.
So Biran, let's talk tournaments. You are gearing up to get into the, dare I say, scene.
The scene, yes.
You're a scene kid, as they say. Do you have any are you apprehensive? Is that any what's
Well,
the,
not. I mean, as far as I'm having to gear up in the States, like I have to go in with the right attitude. That is key for me.
Yes.
And know that not everyone. I don't get to play Mike in every round, which is fucking bullshit.
Well, not at Chaos Cup, no.
No, but I'm sure we can arrange that. We'll make sure we play each other.
I'm kind of
I
disappointed.
don't
Mike,
play at Chaos
Well,
Cup.
I'm kind of disappointed you're not playing, Mike. I thought we're gonna make it's
I
like
haven't played.
who cares? All I'm saying is in the movie American Pie, they all made a pact to get laid that summer.
Mhm.
This is our pact.
To get
But
laid
they
at
didn't
Chaos
all
Cup.
get laid that summer.
Because that movie sucks. I'm talking about real life. Do you want to be in the fucking pact? Do you want to be Shitbrick? Or do you want to be Stifler?
Shit, Brick.
You know, I'm just saying, Mike, we made a pact.
But Shit Brick nailed Stifler's mom.
I didn't see that scene. You spoiled
Wasn't
it.
his name Shitbreak?
Yeah, Extreme. It is, but we know it's not. It is, but it isn't. You know what I mean?
Wait a minute. What?
It's shit break because he has to take a fucking break from school to go
He has to
home.
leave school to take a shit.
But
That's
shit
why Stifler
break,
spiked his mochaccino.
shit
How
break.
have I
is
never heard that before?
It's 1,000 times funnier. So basically, the lesson is don't watch American Pie with subtitles because you'll see shit break. But we know it should be shit brick.
Is that the Berenstain Bears type thing going on?
I'd like to think so, but Extreme's ruining the Mandela effect right now.
Yeah. Is that the first? Is that like the world's exposure to the term MILF too?
I think it is. That's my first reference to it.
I think
Now,
It was definitely
you would be
mine,
my
too.
expert on porn. When I don't recall seeing it in porn until after
No.
that movie.
No. It was definitely not in porn until after
Who would have thought that Harold of
Harold.
Kumar fame
Harold
would
rolled
create-
for sure.
I mean, I know he didn't write it. I don't want to take anything away from the writer.
Did you hear that Kumar is gay?
in the movie?
IRL.
Oh,
in real life.
what about a White Castle?
I think that's probably what made him gay. The hormones.
Oh, not a. Didn't they do like a Guantanamo Bay thing?
Yeah. So Doogie Howser, did he like recruit him?
Maybe. Yeah. He groomed him.
Well,
Hey, Mike, that's not how it
he
works.
also worked for Obama, so
Yeah.
Like that's not how gay works.
I
you don't
remember.
recruit-
I don't know if
recruit.
it's Letterman or something else. They were interviewing both of them. It was some anniversary of the Harold and Kumar movie or whatever, and Harold was making fun of him for being, oh yeah, we get it, you're smart, blah blah blah, because he's like some Rhodes Scholar weirdo.
I didn't know there was an anniversary for that movie that it was celebrated.
It was pretty. I remember. I don't know if it's held up, but I remember really liking it. It came out.
it was, yeah.
No. Once we run out of Blood Bowl topics, we'll all watch it and discuss on a future Zlurpcast.
But I like
He
the
wrote a
cop that
cougar.
said, you don't disrespect NPH like that.
So if you're trying to warm up to Chaos Cup, there is a tournament coming up sooner, and Mike is going. You guys could ride together.
What's
It's
the
too far.
tournament?
It's
Feast
next
of the
weekend now.
Goblin King.
Oh, it's next weekend.
You guys are fucking it all up because this will be on after it happens.
Yep.
Because we already have one fucking episode in the can from Don't Look Back. This is fucked up right now.
I could switch it.
No, it doesn't matter.
It's more funny when we do talk about stuff that's
When you
already
guys are
happened.
all doing it's fucked up, and you know who loses? The viewer.
That's right.
Singular, the viewer.
Yeah. Singular.
Johan's getting screwed.
Yeah. They only watch it like one at a time. So when Johan's done, you gotta
Gotta hand it
have,
over.
have
He's
Hoagie
checked it
watch
out and he has to return it.
Yeah. Hoagie will watch
He
it.
watches for that 5 minutes, and
Katie
then
will watch real quick. Alex Schutte will watch for 5 minutes, and those are our
Yeah.
5 views.
Shout out to Paul.
And Paul watches now because he got a shout out. Is that
Yeah.
what has to happen?
Yes.
People only fucking watch it. Heard my name mentioned. No, I'll watch. Get the fuck out of here.
We should
So
say at the
Alex-
end of the effort for a big thanks to just do a list of people.
yeah,
Like
I'm told Alex still watches us, but he doesn't comment anymore because he watches us while driving.
oh, he doesn't want to comment while driving.
Alex Schutte.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, his comments are also like a fucking novel, so that is very dangerous. Like
Especially when
his
driving,
comment
yeah.
was, "Episode sucked, bro. Try harder." You can. I mean, I'm not saying to do it while
You could do
driving.
that on a stoplight.
Like, you could
Yeah.
do it, like, but his are a bit more lengthy. Extreme, don't you remember? I kicked your ass 6 years ago in a game. So
That was the
there's-
first time someone I didn't know it in advance came up to me and said, I like your show.
Wow, how did it feel?
Awkward.
It's, like, I'm not saying this is the ceiling of your fame. It's not, but it's
close.
like the same area.
Yeah, it's close.
yeah.
It's like the rare
Those panels just below the ceiling, you know.
You're hitting up against your ceiling. Like your next raise will be a lump sum instead of a percentage.
Right. It's right there. So just fucking bask in it, you know.
Yeah.
Extreme. This is what tournament is this? Feast of the Goblin King?
Feast of the Goblin King in Bloomington, Illinois.
ISU, correct? Is that ISU?
Yeah, normal, right? Or Bloomington.
Bloomington, Normal. I
Bradley.
think it's a sister city like Minneapolis, St. Paul, and Schaumburg, everything
Dallas-Fort
else.
Chicago,
So,
Gary.
Extreme, I just had a weird flashback by you talking about it. It reminded me of our old episodes when you would run down the list, like around the old world.
Those were the days.
Yeah. Remember when you were cool?
Yeah.
I don't.
Her hair was dark, and
And full.
John had some, and
Not a lot, but I had something.
he had some.
Well, if you let it grow out, you would have some again.
Well, yeah, but it's gonna look stupid. We live in an era when you can shave your head and you get fucking cool points.
Like people that have beautiful hair will shave their head.
Right. Just think about how
Which
fucked
pisses
up
me
that-
off.
You can remove parts of your body in a sense
Mhm.
and gain like levels. You know, that's not a thing back in the day. So we're in the right era.
Over under on when Brian starts shaving his head.
Mm.
I'm
Extreme,
gonna
you want to take the cap
I'm gonna
off
say
now?
over 7 years. And 7
You want to
years.
take the cap off now? Extreme, or not going to happen?
You don't have to do it. You have to reveal it.
You don't have to. No harm, no foul.
I don't want to ruin the contest if everyone's going to place their bets. Then I'll answer afterwards.
Right.
Like you have to have deep knowledge of what Brian looks like, both with and without a hat, to make a guess. I'm gonna say 7+.
7+ years.
Yes.
Oh no, it's going to be way sooner than that.
Then you're an under. The 7's the line.
Oh,
Oh,
you're the odds maker?
Yeah.
Dude, that's a fucking easy bet. It's under.
Under? Okay. Well,
The
Brian
over-under
can't
should be
bet.
the over-under
Brian
should
can't
be 3, not 7.
But Brian wears hats a lot, so that can extend it.
Doesn't matter. Eventually, you're going to realize shaving your head is cheaper than buying new hats.
Yeah.
So I've been thinning rapidly.
Oh, is
over
it
the last
accelerated?
year. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't think it has anything to do with chemo, but I'm holding out hope. So this
It'll come
fall-
back when the cycle's done.
Yeah. So this fall I'm going to evaluate things, but it could be as soon as this winter that I start shaving.
oh
my head.
wow.
So let's set it at 2 years then.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's still. I go.
I'm gonna say over 2. I think
Well, because-
I think he's right. I think it's
Well-
gonna come back.
You're now you've got an insider tip.
Yeah, that's
It's not
true.
It's
I'll
not
edit
really
this
a
out.
valid-
I'll
yeah.
edit this out.
It was thinning before the chemo though, so
Yeah.
I'm just kind of hoping that it comes. back.
I'm noticing your beard is way whiter than before.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah,
Your beard's
yeah.
whiter than mine.
You're like Santa almost.
I'm getting there.
Your beard's more gray than mine, Mike's, and JP's.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
And Mike's like 80.
yeah. Biran has yours has the blonde.
He and Howie.
I'm,
are.
I'm blonde, so it hides some of it. But when I let it get too long, you can see it more.
So anyway,
So Goblin King.
Goblin King. What is it, Extreme? Since this is your thing to read off tournaments.
Well, I wasn't going to read the date because our podcast is all messed up, but it's April
That's awesome.
23rd.
It happened on April what?
23rd.
It happened on April 23rd.
Yes, it is a
How was it?
3-round tournament. That's why I was suggesting that maybe Brian.
A good
would
way
want
to ease
listen.
into the long haul.
It's using the snotling ball suit rule for all games, so the ball can kind of slip
Get
out
up
of your
and run
hand
around.
just how you run away.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's very goblin themed, so it's,
But it's also weird requirements as far as submitting on some sort of app of some sort.
they're using an app to track all the games and rosters, and it's been a little bit of a hurdle to get registered, and
Are you going?
I am, or I
Oh.
have gone.
Oh yeah, how was
Right.
it?
We were there. How did you do?
I don't know.
I think you went.
forget.
I think you went 2-1.
I think you won one game, you tied twice, and lost one.
It's only 3 games.
Oh, sorry. Then
1-1-1.
No,
Did
he
JP
didn't.
score?
No, he didn't win. That's why he's in a shitty mood right now.
He's gonna bring dwarves and
And Griff,
No,
he's
I'm-
gonna give in.
Guys, I'm reading his mood right now. He's pissed last weekend.
did you bring a hot pot?
Yeah, he tried. They caught him at the fucking door.
Get the fuck out of here. The app
Yeah.
wouldn't let him do it.
They said, take that fucking hot pot back to Indiana. They said that last week. They fucking said that. So disrespectful. So goblin themed means goblin teams get bonuses or no?
Yeah, they get some free infamous coach or something.
How'd that work? People complain.
I don't know.
The
No.
goblins didn't.
You were there. How do you not know?
Oh, I just found out that my son didn't go with me too. So
Oh, did you guys have problems last week?
I don't know. I asked if he was going to go, and he said something about finals or school. I don't know.
Oh.
Finals.
I don't know what he said. Maybe it was. It is
Little early.
early for finals.
Yeah, it's a little early for finals.
But maybe he's lying to you, or maybe he lied to you.
Probably.
I think he lied to you.
He didn't want to go and didn't want to let you down.
Yeah.
But he plays goblins, so this should be the tournament he does go to.
I think he was probably thinking, I'd like to go, but only if my dad doesn't go. He might have thought that last week.
Then you'd have to find a ride.
No, he didn't. He didn't. It happened.
And Mike's not going to go pick him up. That's way out of the way.
Mike
That's
Mike
by the
didn't.
way, yeah.
Mike didn't.
Did not pick him up.
Man, trying to keep this going, fuckers. So
So
that-
if Mike's going and Brian's going, I'll go.
Have gone.
I went with them because they both went.
Yes,
you went?
but you didn't play.
I didn't play. I rage quit the first game and
Oh, dude, I heard you fucking shit up their bathroom, and it was a whole
yeah. And so I had to guard the door the whole time, not let anyone else go in.
and someone's like, "What's that smell?" And you're like, "I heard it was the fucking feast of the Goblin King." in
Yeah,
there." And then you thought it
it's
was a
on
great
theme.
joke. A couple people laughed because it was a poo joke, but it really wasn't that funny.
Right.
Yeah, that was hilarious to me.
So I went incomplete. I didn't finish any games.
Biran, here's something you may not be aware of in the incomplete theme of Blood Bowl tournaments. If you play a game against a non-NAF coach, those games, they don't exist if there's no NAF name to assign them to.
So I could make sure while I'm learning the ropes to only play non-NAF players.
Not only can you do that, but you could actually go to the tournament organizer before it starts and say, "I don't want my games to count." And none of your games are recorded.
I do want them to count though. I want to bask in my.
But what if you lose?
Oh, I guarantee I'm going to lose.
Oh, then what if you win?
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Then I'll begrudgingly go, I'm pretty good at this game.
So speaking of rankings, I looked up Black Orc rankings in the US because I'm gonna get the team coming soon, or I should say, I just got the team.
Yep. They're still all in the box though, so you don't want to.
Yeah, it's in the box. I don't want to get into it now, but and I was thinking, oh, you know what's cool? They're still kind of new. So even if I suck, I'm going to make it on the first page. I look at the page numbers at the bottom.
Right.
And it's now one person on page 2. Like it's if you go to Black Orc US, full page filled up, and then I just saw this. 1, 2 at the bottom. Used to say 1.
Yep.
Click on 2, page 2, 1 name.
Soon to be 2.
Yeah,
Because
eventually, not me.
Because the non-dinosaur players got that team in their starter set.
Yep. Yes.
But if you watch the latest Bonehead podcast,
Yep.
the Black Orc team is the worst team in tournament results.
Good.
Or second worst. Goblins are right behind. So it's Goblins and Black Orcs.
Am I missing something? Because they seem good to me on paper.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think
the
there's so
team-
few games compared to other teams that it's
I mean,
you're going to see inaccurate results.
I haven't played yet, but on paper, my first thought is like, okay, coming from playing Lizardmen in the past, Liz in My Pants, Biran's new team.
Mhm.
It used to always be, how do I get block on these Saurus so I can be competitive? That's how I always felt. I don't need to do that with Black Orcs because they have Brawler. And it's a poor man's block, right?
half block, yeah.
Poor man's block.
Sure.
It's
The
not
4-stripe block.
what I'm saying is enough where I don't need to blow a skill choice on block. Right?
Yeah.
So I think I can use that, put some skills on the goblins and a troll and be somewhat effective. But again, this is all math hammer, if you will.
I think the biggest difference is the speed of the goblins compared to skinks.
Yeah.
I'm used to movement 6 being the highest. I'm good.
Didn't Bonehead also rate the troll as one of the best big guys?
No.
No,
Troll's
I-
one of the
I
worst.
think it
One
got
of
an
'em.
honorable mention.
because there's different trolls, right? There's train
Yeah.
troll. Because do Blackhearts get the train troll?
I think so.
Yeah.
Best big guy, I'll say right now, Minotaur, right? No brainer?
I think it was also considering that a lot of people can take a troll.
Oh, okay. So it's not stats. It's based on
Right.
usability, I guess.
And the vomit, I guess he liked the vomit.
To me, if you don't, anything that doesn't fuck with your tackle zone is way better than things that do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
Take
That fucks
root,
up
you
everything.
still get your tackle zones.
Yeah. I mean, it's, you know how happy coaches get when I say coaches, when you have no tackle zone, and I remember that you have no tackle zone even better. Like, I turned them fucking 240 degrees. I still need to remember. It's not on
Yeah.
me. That's on me. But when that happens, when they lose their tackle zone and you fucking remember, that's the greatest thing ever.
It's a bigger deal now too in the 2020 rules.
Mhm.
Why? Why is it a bigger deal?
almost all the skills get turned off if you have no tackles in. There's only a few of them that are still active.
Oh, for like passive type things, like
Prehensile tail.
Block.
yeah. So that's
Oh, so you need a tackle zone to be able to use the block skill.
I believe so, unless it specifically says.
I don't even think I knew that. Learn something today.
We're dinosaurs.
Yeah, that's fine. Dinosaurs with block. That's what I fucking grew. That's what I grew up on. I was raised on the dairy, bitch.
But I found it interesting when he showed, as I watched that same podcast, and he showed when you look at the tiers, a lot of tier 2 teams above tier 1 teams. Is that because of incentives and or whatever they call it, inducements? Do you think?
Well, there's a lot of flaws in that list too, because it doesn't take into account all the different tournament rules. So some of those teams are playing with no star players, some of them are playing with star players.
Some get more SPP to spend for tier 2 or 3. Yeah.
And you're also assuming that GW actually did some research, which
God no.
No, God no. So
research.
I still think the high elf team being so high up, that has to correct itself at some point. I don't think they're that good.
No. They're another team that on paper they should be better than they are, but
so what's special about the high elf team versus the wood elf team?
They have more armor.
Okay,
a little bit slower.
High elves are still like passing. Is there? I mean, mainly passing oriented, or no? Or you don't have to.
I think the passing meta went downhill big time, didn't it? With 20.
Yeah, I don't think there is much of a passing team anymore.
Yeah.
Gonna do.
I want to try it.
So Goblin King is the April tournament in the area.
Yep.
Is there a May tournament in the area?
There is. There's an invitational in the area.
That's not open though.
Oh, no.
There's 3-die brawl.
Yep. I'm like 90% sure I'm going to.
I'll probably be there
yeah,
too.
sorry. That's in Iowa?
Iowa City. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like 2 hours for me. Probably 3 for you, Mike?
It's 3 to 4.
Yeah.
What's the date on that?
I have no idea.
The Saturday before our thing.
Oh.
15th?
Yeah, it's the Saturday before our thing, yeah.
That's 4 games though. I was surprised, but I shouldn't be because they've been doing it for a long time. I would say, Biran, something that I've learned over the years, again, dinosaur speak, disclaimer, dinosaur disclaimer, put it on the screen at the bottom. DD. That what I've noticed back in the day was once a tournament organizer kind of gets his dick wet a little bit, he starts to expand, get a little stank on his dick, goes from 3 games to 4 games to 2 days. And they feel they have to have this expansion period. And me as a now reincarnated dinosaur,
chicken.
I don't have to do that. And I probably won't ever fucking do that with the fucking
3 games is enough.
Because I know that it's not for me. I have nothing to prove, I don't really want to. So the way I look at tournaments now, and it's probably because, and you guys may or may not agree, but like back in the day, we went to so many. I look at tournaments now as in, can I swing an Ironman or if I have to, a 1-day overnight? What I don't want to do is fucking 2 days overnights. Unless it's like a big deal, like Chaos Cup. I just don't. It's just not a scene I want to.
As an organizer, you presume much for a small tournament to do 2 days.
Yeah, I agree. You presume people really give a fuck about it, and it's not just, yeah, I want it. It's like when people ask about rules. Oh, could I take this and this? Are you going to take this and this? No, I just wanted to know. It's like, don't ask. Same thing with the tournaments. I look at it as in this: if I can do a 3-game tournament, and if it's at a game store, they don't open at 8 a.m. like people want to start tournaments at 8 a.m.
Yep.
They open at 10 or 11
or noon.
Sometimes. That's awesome. That's not shitty what people would assume. That's awesome. That means people can drive up that morning and go to your thing. But you got to do them a solid and not keep until fucking 10 o'clock at night. That's the trade-off. So I like 3 games, 1 day, in and out. I'm not looking to make another Chaos Cup. I'm just looking to have some fun. A little something on the side, a little side piece, that's all. So you guys, Xtreme, Mike, I mean, at this point, you know, back in the day, I mean, you look back at those NAF things, like I always look at, I think 2012 was like my big year where I went to more games more tournaments that are months in a year, you know?
Mhm.
Like, I don't see that ever happening again, but if I ever want to get close, it's got to be easy, right?
It's got to be a low commitment thing.
My attitude has definitely changed. I have a few big tournaments picked out, and then otherwise I'm looking for the same thing, stuff I can drive to and from one day and play games. I'm okay with 4 games as long as it's not too far away. But yeah, I have like Underworld and Chaos Cup I want to get to because those are special to me. But
Yeah.
other than that, you know, looking for quick stuff.
You know,
I
that's a good way
changed
for you
Gen
to have.
Con from 4 games to 3 games just so it wasn't so intense.
Did you look at that other Gen Con event that was?
I totally forgot about it. Yeah, I need to contact them and see if maybe we can merge, because there's no reason.
Is
In
someone
case you
doing that
don't
on
know,
your
there's 2
turf?
Gen Con Blood Bowl tournaments on Saturday.
Right.
But
It'd be
What are they
different if
thinking?
they were
That's
different days.
your turf.
I
Yeah,
didn't
you know
run
what?
it last year.
Hold on. Guess what was the dinosaurs turf back in the day? Just saying. Mike,
Yeah.
it's been fun.
Now you're oil.
I think
Yes.
I think you're done. When you say merge, you mean give? Like, I'd like to join forces and collaborate. Sounds good. What do you have in mind? You're like,
You take all of this, and I don't have to go.
Well, last year when Games Workshop was running a tournament, I'm like, oh, great, they can take it over, but they didn't do shit. So they ran demo games with like they only used 4 rules and the half-assed way that Games Workshop does stuff.
I
So
can see them doing that, like treating it like it's just to get you to buy one off the shelf.
yeah, exactly. And it was, I mean, I wasn't there, so I don't know firsthand, but I heard it was bad. So
When is Gen Con's August, right?
yeah.
Xtreme, are you going to Gen Con?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Mike.
Yeah. I'm going to drive down Friday night. We're going to go Saturday, and then I'm going to leave from there and then go home.
So my plan is to just go to Gen Con for Blood Bowl, unless my family wants to go back Sunday for like a family day when everything's quiet.
Nice.
Yeah. But that's, for me, that's ideal, because I've done enough Gen Cons where I'll see the people I want to see. And
yeah,
I don't need a hotel. I don't need to spend $1,000. And
Gen Con
stuff,
doesn't have to
yeah.
be like a expensive vacation. It could just be
Yeah.
it could just be a thing you do and play one thing and go. You don't have to make a
Yeah. I'll see Steve Rusk and I'll see the Blood Bowlers and I'll go.
People used to say, "Oh, it's so expensive." Hey, Chaos Cup's pretty expensive too. You know, just saying. It's like sometimes things are.
It's not Gen Con expensive though.
That's true, but I just mean if you're playing like, you know, yeah, because what's Gen Con to get in? If you did one day and Blood Bowl?
Gen Con, the tickets are nothing compared to what Katie's going to pay for a hotel, because she's going to want to be at the convention center.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what kills it for me.
I've never stayed there. It's always been a couple of miles down.
It's amazing, but I also don't look at the bill. So
that's smart, I guess.
The one year that I spent the entire Gen Con 4 days, actually almost 5, and only left the airspace of the convention center once to take a shortcut was amazing. But
yeah, I mean, if you're looking to make the most of it, though.
Yeah, it was awesome, but you're also paying for it too. And
Biran, safe to say you're not going to Gen Con Bowl?
No.
It's just too many people.
Yeah.
Way too many.
They could cut it in half and it's still too many people. So
Xtreme, Mike, would you guys say that someone like a Biran, and when I say a Biran, I mean Biran, but also people that are like
a Biran,
Biran adjacent, if you will, would they not? They probably wouldn't enjoy their games at Gen Con Bowl as much as more tradition. What the word is? More other Blood Bowl tournaments. I don't know what the right word is.
No,
it's too loud. There's too many people. You'd be better off going to a game store tournament
or Adepticon, where you've got your own room.
Yeah, we're very spoiled having our own room.
I'll tell you what, at a Super Bowl, I was pleasantly surprised at the, like, I know Adepticon isn't like a convention, like Gen Con's a convention, but like it seemed like the same crowd you'd see at a Underworld Cup, pretty much, right? Same kind of people. They know the game. They're in a good mood. They weren't,
Saturday is better than Sunday, but yeah.
Okay.
Sunday you get a lot of hungover people, I bet.
No, it's just the Saturday people just seem to be, I don't know. Sunday for everything is always bad for me. So
People just want to get out of there.
In the past, I've noticed Sunday too is a lot of people that came to play other games, but then have to fill their Sunday, so they go.
Yeah.
People that are there for other things than Blood Bowl, but settle on
like
you said, you're trying to fill Sunday, so you
like
sign up for it. So
they're there in the middle of their game, and their friends come by and tell them, "Man, we just played this awesome demo game. This boss cool stuff," and they're like, they smiled for the first time in that game when their real friends came in to see them, and then they start to walk like, "All right, man, we'll let you get back to your game," and he was like, "Take me with you."
My favorite is when normies, well, as normie as someone at Adepticon can be, wander into the Blood Bowl room and look at like there's an animal kill right there.
It always looks like when they poke their head in.
Yeah,
it always looks like they think they're in a two-way mirror and we don't know they're looking at us.
Right.
Like,
this looks like a room of people
they're
taking
walking
the
by.
LSAT.
They're just walking by, and they're like, it's like, "What the fuck are you looking at?" I'm just trying to play a game here. I don't need fucking looky-loos. I never know what that is. Like, what's in here? Blood Bowl, nice. I used to play
we
this
were playing Techno Bowl at that time. And he goes, Blood Bowl, nice.
Yeah.
And we said, yep.
Yeah, it's Blood Bowl. Blood Bowl with blocks. Move along.
Blood Bowl with blocks would work.
Yeah. Well, guess what? Techno Bowl without blocks would work too.
Yeah. It's not as fun though.
No. So at this point, you guys went to that tournament. Biran, you're looking at playing Chaos Cup. What team are you considering for Chaos Cup? I know it's a long time away.
It is. Right now, if you pin me down, the two I'm going for are either Wood Elves or Halflings.
Okay. Is that as a goof and as a real?
Well, I want to see, because I haven't even played a game with Wood Elves yet. So if I really like playing with Wood Elves, I'll probably go with them. But Halflings would be as a goof, and I would expect to do. I hope it helps my attitude. So I'm like, I'm playing Halflings. What can you do? I got crushed, but I had Halflings.
I mean, Wood Elves, you can do great, but things could also go to shit.
All your guys are dead.
And then I had some of the most fun games ever playing Wood Elves. Fun as in I'm destroying somebody.
Yeah.
That's what I consider fun. I also had some of the most miserable games ever playing Wood Elves. Miserable as in I'm getting destroyed.
Right. Your team's almost all dead and they're stalling at the end.
Yeah. Because then it's like, I just want the game to be over. I know you're going to win, but you're trying to rack up casualties to get the fucking bonus points.
I'll tell you what, you'd casualty let's just roll casualties on everyone I have left as if you did.
I just want to say, just write fucking 11 on the sheet and I'll sign off. I don't care. I just want to go get chicken fingers now.
Yep.
That's what I'm talking about. But when I'm playing Wood Elves and doing well, it feels like fucking everything's coming up Millhouse at all times.
Yes.
You're rolling blitz, war dancer running. Got another one. Didn't even waste a turn doing it.
Nice cage. Leap.
Right.
Rip ball.
Yeah. Arrive, raise hell, leave, like the Stone Cold shirt. You jump in, you fuck it up, you leave, you score again. Another one for me. Beginner's luck.
Yep.
And before you know it, it's fucking 6-0.
Sorry about your dice, bro.
Other guy's miserable.
Yep.
Who wants to punch you in real life?
But at least when you're winning that way, it's not a grind. Your scoring is fat. Like you want to rack up scores, so you're going quick.
Yeah.
You're not hanging out at one square away from the end zone and just.
It's not a grind.
I would disagree with that.
Really?
Well,
it takes longer if someone's scoring. So
right.
to reach
What I was gonna say
that
is it's not a grind, but it's a different kind of. It's because you have to reset each time.
Yeah.
And so when you score every 2 turns, for example, that probably pisses somebody off more than stalling.
Like towards the end of the game, if that just keeps happening, are they just setting up like whatever?
Mm-hmm.
They just dump.
You know what I've done before? And I put the 3 on the line and then everyone in the back row.
Yep.
And I'm just not going to do anything with them. I'm just going to make you make a dodge when you're going to score again because I don't care anymore. So, yeah.
Is that game with Nick Anderson?
You mean the league final?
Yes, the league final.
I fucking won that, so I don't know what you're talking about, Mike. I won the league.
Was it 6-5 or was it 5-4?
I won that game 6-5.
6-5, yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. Well,
But all four of us that weren't playing the game were having a great time.
sure. You guys are playing fucking Taboo or Scatter.
Yeah, we were, yeah.
And Mike's trying to find a new girlfriend, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is loser table, like at round 2, if you're in the loser bracket, is it a 50-50 if it's a good or bad experience? Like someone who thought they would be in the winners bracket is in
Sometimes
and they're upset.
Sometimes they're real fucking surly that they're pissed off.
Yeah.
But game
Usually
3 is
like
when
round 3.
the people that when you're 0-3 or 0-2, that's
No
when
one
the
gives
fun
a shit at that
starts.
point. Yeah.
Extreme, what were you saying?
The same thing. Usually you have to wait to round 3, round 4, then you really
Yeah.
get down there.
You
You know what I like though? I find the best is to tie your first game. That's the best because you are not out of anything. You're still part of it, but you immediately jump to the next tier of that group. And people that tied could be good, they could be bad.
And you have if you're looking to win,
Right.
tying the first game is sometimes the best way because you're always just a little below, but you have the ability to go up. Whereas the people that are in the top table game 2 are just
They
going
might
to
be playing the best
half are
player.
gonna go down.
You're totally right because if you tie that first game, that the idea of chasing is great because you're going to recognize the people at the top that you're going to see like fucking Vanderby and Brian 2 or whatever at the top.
Yeah.
And it's like that's the only way to guarantee you don't have to play them is by tying your first game and being in that second group. And then they're going to chop down those people that are in the first group and you kind of weasel your way in.
Because like last year at Chaos Cup, I was like game 2, game 3. Saul is like between like he's in like the 40% bracket. And I was like, what the fuck? But then he ended up winning it.
Right.
Meanwhile, Brian 2 is playing his son, who's also genetically superior, and they just both brought each other down. So
What were you saying?
It's like
Extreme?
being in the AFC and the NFC West.
Yeah.
You don't want to be in the NFC West.
Strength of schedule can hurt you a little bit if you try to go the tie route. But
yeah.
But it gives you a good chance at feeling like you did well, but not getting just playing
yeah,
against miserably
you
good people.
could still have that run to the top spot, but you may not get like the top spot
Right.
because your strength of schedule hurts you.
But you'll finish the tournament going, I did pretty good.
I will tell you too, Biran, on Extreme bringing up strength of schedule as a talking point. As we're 3 of us, not you yet, maybe one day, Biran, running tournaments, you realize early on that like no matter what you do, someone's going to complain, whether it's the rules pack or the way you do it. So for example, if you say we're going to do bonus points, and that's how we determine tiebreakers, someone's going to complain, well, my team's not geared to get
Right.
bonus points for whatever. If you do strength of schedule, well, it's not my fault
Right.
that
Yeah.
I got paired against these teams. So I hate all that shit. If it was up to me, I just fucking do random every round. But nobody likes that. So like the one I'm going to run in June, it's going to be, winners and winners, losers, whatever. But I'm just going to fucking arbitrarily break my own ties because I'll have tiebreaker points if I need to.
But in your head, it's going to be based on penmanship.
Of course. I'm not going to do the whole I'm not going to use score. I won't even bring a computer. It's not that big of a fucking deal with a 3-game tournament. Win all your games and you'll have a good chance of winning the tournament. That's all, when you get to the 5 and 6, especially 6-game tournaments, you got to be prepared for the shit to follow. And that was one of the things I hated the most about running Chaos Cup is rounds 5 and 6, the fucking jibber jabber going on, talking behind my back.
God, I shouldn't have been playing. This kid sucks.
Yeah, and they say it close enough so I can hear it on purpose. And they're complaining about who they had to play, and this, and they're complaining about time. I got stuck with a slow guy. I didn't get another turn to score, and I don't want to fucking hear any of it. That talk, unfortunately, sucks all the fun.
Could you use that talk as your tiebreak in your head? Like, you should talked.
Shit talk minus 50 points. Shit talk. It sucks the fun out of it, and it just made me realize I had way more fun running 3-game tournaments or even a 4-game one-day tournament than I ever did running 2, Chaos Cup. Xtreme, did you encounter that at Zlurpy Bowl where you felt like, why am I even doing this? When you get to you hear people complain about that kind of shit?
No, I always made it a point to have myself shielded from everybody else. So whoever was my assistant, their job was to block all of that from me, and I had my table pushed back.
Oh yeah,
That's-
Biran, you may not have known this, but for many years, Xtreme was literally on a fucking stage, a raised stage. Like all the fucking peons are playing Blood Bowl on school lunch tables. He's on the fucking stage, untouchable.
Yep.
Like you can't walk up those stairs. Don't climb. Can't fucking talk. He's on a stage.
There was someone at the bottom of the steps collecting the papers to hand to me, so they didn't even come up to me.
They had like yellow jackets that said CSC staff on it, and they were just
Can you ask Xtreme? I'm sorry, he's really busy right now. I can't ask him anything.
That's one of the most valuable lessons that a young or a new tournament organizer, especially for a bigger tournament, you need that buffer, because everyone wants to talk to you while you're trying to enter scores or calculate shit.
It's the let me tell you about my character.
Yeah. And
Dude,
I hate saying, dude, shut up. I'm trying to do this.
Mark,
But it's like,
dude, you had to fucking be there. Pick up the ball, roll a 1, reroll made it, failed to dodge, then the go for it, ball's getting. It's just like, what the There's no point to this story. I really did have to be there because this means nothing right now. All you're doing is making the next round delayed as fuck.
Yeah.
Or distracting you so you make a mistake in their game, then they bitch about it later.
Yeah.
Like,
I think that'd be the only thing that wouldn't bother me about rugging.
The next, so Biran,
I really don't care.
You announce the next round, everyone gets to their spot, they find their partner, and then one person goes, why am I here? I won every game so far. Fucking god damn it.
No, you go, sorry. TO is right.
The guy should be saying, shut up. You're gonna
the guy should be saying, shut up, play the shitty player and win your damn tournament.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you won every game, you're playing in the mid
play the
table.
shitbag, you're gonna win again. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Just saying. They feel like I should be playing the best in the room right now.
We're doing Swiss pairing, right? No, we're doing Swedish pairing. It's totally different.
What is that? I can't tell you. Just fucking sit down.
I go, are you Swedish? No? Well, then I can't tell you.
Right. Then you don't even know.
I couldn't use that at Chaos Cup because there's a bunch of stinky Swedes there.
Right. Normally you'd say it would take too long for me to explain it to you.
Yeah.
Like someone
you lack the mental capacity to understand it.
Right. Like someone at your job saying like, it's like, do you need help with that? It's going to take too long for me to show you how to do it. Then why are you complaining about it?
Yeah.
Retention. Same thing in Blood Bowl. Just tell them this is Swedes rules. So Xtreme, this begs the question, all this tournament talk, where are we at with either Zlurpy Bowl 16 or Lil Zlurp 9? Where are we at?
Definitely next year, but maybe something this fall.
Okay.
Maybe a big house challenge this fall.
Oh, big house challenge.
Big house.
What is that?
Oh,
Tournaments I ran in my house that were kind of dwarf themed.
Oh, do you have
No,
to
you
do
look- Biran, you should play dwarves. John Stevens won by playing Skaven.
Yes.
Told Xtreme, don't put negative 100 points, put negative a fucking 1,000 points. That'll guarantee he doesn't win. That wasn't enough. But Biran, you play at Xtreme's house and he has the big house, his custom board that you play on.
Do you have to like reach over the stands?
Know what you're thinking. There are ways to hurt yourself, but your forearms are probably safe. But there are ways to get hurt and to hurt your models. But your forearms will be safe because I know you're thinking about the fucking prickers.
Is your bonk meat safe?
Yeah.
Is there a fucking basement in the big house under the table? That'd be great. Xtreme. Maybe
And Biran's got to protect his bonk meat because it's
I'm
got
saying-
hurt on it now.
Xtreme. You go in like the dugout of the big house. You cut a hole in your dining room table. Hear me out.
Oh,
Hear me out. And then you go down to the next level. The fucking
is
basement.
it like a milking
And it's a
table?
Dungeon Bowl.
Yeah, put trap doors
Right.
And then if you go to the trap door, you go play on the lower table.
And then Biran's like, did my guy survive the fall? And then that's when you fucking jab him in the leg. Like, you have a thing
ow! Guess not.
Yeah, you have a fucking shiv that pops up underneath and you get him. Consider it. That's all I'm saying. Just,
Well, I have half a dwarf team painted.
Big house challenge. That was fun. I played in that. I brought my dwarf team. Because that's what you're supposed to do. Like when you read a tournament set of rules, you start to notice a theme. You, as the coach and player coach, P-Rose style, if you will, you have to then say, I know how I'm supposed to act, how am I supposed to play. I'm running a fouling themed tournament in June. You should do fouls because you're incentivized for it in the game, but also you're supposed to do that because that's what I'm asking of you. Xtreme asked, can you play dwarves, everybody? And most everybody said, uh-huh.
There were 3, and 2 of them were won by non-dwarf teams. So, but I still think amongst the 3, I think 90% of the teams are dwarves.
Well, if you let them play with star players, you'll have a lot more dwarf winners.
No stars. Xtreme, do you have stats like tournament records for those still or no?
They were all on Zlurpcast.com. So
we got I just got a message from a listener, a viewer.
As they said, Private Sheets is no longer owning.
No. Chaos. Any good? Question mark.
Who said this?
A hoagie.
Huh. Chaos any good?
Yeah.
Well,
I assume he means the new Chaos guys.
Let's break it down. So you have, and I'm probably going to say the names wrong, so correct me. Chaos Chosen, which used to be Chaos. Chaos Renegades is what I was thinking of. Was Pact, and then Nurgle, and then Corn Demons.
Yeah, which are no longer Corn Demons.
What are you?
They're just Corn.
Oh, okay.
But on the NAF site, they're still called Corn Demons. But there's the Corn Demon site, and then there's the GW new Corn.
On the NAF site, it's Black Orc with a lowercase o.
Yes.
I'm just saying, consistency isn't.
Bugs the fuck out of me.
What was the first one? We have Renegades, Nurgle, Corn.
Real quick, what used to bug the fuck out of me? There used to be United States of America, and USA as 3 motherfucking separate countries. What?
Yes. Trust me.
And then I'm looking at it and I'm like, how do I get involved in this USA scene? Because there's nobody in it. Like I'm looking at United States and I suck ass. And I'm like, USA? There's no records. How do I jump to USA from United States?
Number one. What about
gotta know a guy who can change that in your NAF profile?
Yeah.
Wait, say that again?
Mike? You have to know a guy who can change that in your NAF profile.
I think you can change it yourself. USA? I think there's a drop down that you can choose.
Can I be from Greece?
I think so.
I get a little bit. You know what? Before you make that change, let me check the Greece
standings
record.
of the Greece.
There actually was a TO. His name is Optimus Prime that was running tournaments in Greece.
Should have been Demetrius Prime.
So it's Renegades
or Apodopoulos Prime.
Renegades,
but not Tasso.
Renegades, Nurgle, Corn. There was a what was the first one?
Let's
Chosen.
Well, all right. Since Hoagie asked, he's one of our listeners. Let's go through rankings. I'll go first.
And from a perspective of a new player.
From a new player,
right?
Not as far as how good they are. From like easy to play with.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna have to go. Chaos Chosen 1. Corn 2.
No.
Pack 3. Nurgle 4.
No, Corn has got too much friend. Yeah. No, actually, that's Corn Demons.
Well, why is Frenzy hard for a new player?
Because you end up fucking yourself.
You end up going where you don't want to.
Yeah, you end up with a 2-die block of the first time. You get a push, and then all of a sudden it's 2 dice against you.
Yeah, I don't know. I think of. Okay, so let's look at Norse. Norse has.
Well, let's do that. So Chosen, good for new player. What else is fun about them?
Well, not good for good for new player, but I didn't say they were fun. You said good for a new player.
Well, good new player have fun playing. There's basically 3 player types, and one's a big guy. So you've got warriors and beastmen. That's it. So
opinion,
it's easier to play and learn with.
They're probably the least fun team if you're looking for fun because it's boring. But you might want that.
But a new player would want that because they're learning.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think Nurgle's less fun than Chaos Chosen.
Oh, Nurgle's a lot of fun. What are you talking about?
Xtreme. If you know what you're doing, Nurgle would be great.
So I read it like this: Chosen, good for new player, simple player profiles.
Yeah, that's fine. You could put boring.
That's
Nurgle.
not,
They have
You're
your
not wrong.
strength. You have your 4 strength 4 guys, and you have a guy with horns. So I mean, it's great for new players.
Yeah, until they try to pick up the ball. But yeah,
well, it's a 3+.
That's going to be the same
That's
for
you.
all the chaos teams.
Mike, everything's a 3+. Doesn't mean I roll that. What if you roll a 2?
You should play elves.
Should.
Renegade.
Yes, Renegades to me are the most fun
Yes.
because you get to do a little bit
Lots
of
of
everything.
variety, would you say?
Lots
Yes.
of variety. You get, and I
Almost too much variety.
And that's where I agree. I think they're the most fun team, but probably less easy for a new player because you have to know what all these different players do.
would put them hardest for new player. Mike, you're putting Corn as hardest. I think because of the big guys and the what do I do with everybody, to me, Chaos Renegades.
I think
Nurgle's the
Nurgle would
hardest.
probably be the hardest because you don't have. They're slow.
with the Skaven too.
No,
Nurgle,
Nurgle.
that's good.
Oh no! Oh, sorry, Nurgle.
Yeah, Nurgle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah. The other thing I think with Chaos Renegades, Biran, is you could say lots of variety, bigger learning curve, but the problem is a new player would get frustrated by big guys not doing what you want them to do.
Yeah, because
And
big guys always have what do they call it, a negative trait usually.
Yeah.
yeah.
and it's just it can get frustrating, I think. I also say this too, and maybe these guys would agree with me, but for me to play Chaos Renegade in a tournament, it's got to be the perfect rule set to play them. I want to know I can customize this team to feel like I'm going to do what I want to do. I mean, people got to get skills. There's got to be certain things that for me, I don't want to play them like in a no, like how Xtreme's going to play dwarves. He'll say no matter what, I'm going to play them regardless.
Right.
I don't think I could ever do that with a Chaos Renegade.
There has to be an angle for you to want to do that.
Yeah, for me.
Nurgle. slow
Also,
movement.
there is no official GW team. So if you're playing Renegades, you're hodgepodging it with
Yeah.
all kinds of weird miniatures.
Well,
Although with Hoagie, I don't think that's a
theoretically,
problem. I
wouldn't
think he
you
has
say
a
that
bunch of stuff.
you
For
can
a new
build
player.
Yeah.
You can build a Chaos Renegade team with all Games Workshop models because they have them for the other teams that are part of a Chaos Renegade team?
Yeah, but for a new player, you don't have those other models.
You can't
Oh,
just
you're
buy a
saying, how
box
do you-
and go.
How do you
Although
get
you
your
can't with
hands
most
on them?
teams.
You're saying how do I get my hands on those models when they're
Yeah.
on the cruise? Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I
That's
guess
a good
if you
point.
buy the Dungeon Bowl box, it's probably your closest. Well, maybe not. There's no.
You get an elf, a goblin, an ogre.
Is there a box? Well, so you buy the Chaos Chosen box and then Dungeon Bowl. So you're only at what, $250? No big deal.
Yeah, for time, no big deal.
And you're still missing some things, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Well, that's what he's like. I noticed. Brian, did you see the Bonehead podcast where he's like, these are the best teams if you only want to buy the one box?
I didn't
There's only
watch that
2.
episode.
Well, and then, he had the worst team. The worst were you have to buy this box and you have to go separately buy this big guy to make them viable and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So
There's only 2 teams that you can get in
Complete.
one box. So
Yeah. And they are?
Chaos and Dwarves.
wait, say that again. Only
The
two
Blackboard
teams.
team's almost good enough.
True,
I
yeah.
guess you need the troll too.
But Troll, that's an easy one to get from Bones.
That's part of the reason why I bought that Blackrock team is it's the box plus a troll. And I think he's got a couple like side guys, but that's all I need. I mean, I'm
I
not
added a couple extra goblins that I had laying around, but
okay.
I think you're a little short on goblins.
I think with all the big guys, the Troll's the easiest one to find a super cheap replacement for a GM.
Oh yeah, yeah. Bones, $3.99. You're done.
And still look good because I think
And
the
it
GW
comes
Troll
with a-
model looks poopy anyway.
Comes with a bendy sword too. You can chew on if you're bored.
It's
There's a
scimitar
couple of
now.
Bones trolls that they're just hands. So
Oh, maybe. Have they like increased their what's the hardness? What's the word?
yes,
Well, they
the
have
Bones black
blacks,
definitely.
black. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. That
Crisp
was my
and detail
biggest-
too.
Even the Bones that are gray are better. It's
Okay.
original.
When we were all playing
Render.
Kings of War, I started to use them for
Yeah.
my undead, and it was so frustrating. I was gluing swords or staffs from mummies to other guys in the so I'd position them just to glue that piece to other ones because they all look like This is weird.
No, the worst for me was 3D printed chain axes I bought for my World Eaters.
I remember that. You glued them to the back though, right?
I did because they kept breaking.
Right.
So I'd take a stick of sprue and put the head of the chain axe on it and glue it to his back.
What's more important, not gluing your fingers or WYSIWYG? Yeah,
WYSIWYG.
there's always fucking WYSIWYG.
Yep.
Always.
So Nurgle, slow movement. What else?
Why is Hoagie asking you advice on Blood Bowl?
Because he's the producer.
Because
of the show.
he's not on any social media outside of Instagram.
No, it's not. It's nothing to do with expertise. Biran's the producer of the show. He's feeding the subject matter experts the questions.
Right.
But Nurgle have some more of the advanced skills and not the basic skills.
Yes.
So it takes a lot. You have to be pretty deep in Blood Bowl before you're ready to dive into Nurgle.
Yeah.
So the advanced skills instead of the the classic skills, block.
Yeah,
dodge,
the block and dodge.
dodge.
I think a good Nurgle coach has to like manage the board better than the other teams. It's because you want to use disturbing presence and I just find that like you just gotta, I don't know, pay more
Sort
attention.
of complicated.
When you're playing Nurgle, you gotta I feel you have to think harder than
Because
chaos.
I think with their slow movement, if you leave an opening, you can get exploited so easy.
Yeah, the slow movement, the extra skills. It's just chaos is pretty straightforward. Chaos chosen, you just fucking kill and eventually pick up the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And the Warriors are 3+ agility, so
Yeah,
That's pretty good. Corn, the new Corn.
so the new Corn has what do they call it? Marauder? No, not Marauders. What's the main guy called? The basic guys.
Their linemen.
They're
yeah.
I thought it was Marauders. I think I'm not.
It's not Marauders. It's something else. They gave it a GW-esque name.
Yeah, so it doesn't make any sense.
Are they in the main rule book or no?
Are they Moral Aldir?
Wait, no, they're not in the rule book, right?
They were in a
No, but hold on a
spike
second.
and
And the Almanac.
yeah, the new almanac and the spike.
And they're in Dungeon Bowl. The rules.
They
for
have
them.
they have some really cool stuff and it's a really fun team, but I just think with Frenzy and a new player, you could put yourself in bad spots. And they
The
have a lot of
frenzy skill can really F you up. Oh, so good.
Coach.
Oh, Bloodborne Marauders.
Oh, they are Marauders.
Yeah, they are.
You know what? Anyone who plays them has to say the whole fucking name at all times.
Or it's an illegal procedure.
Right.
And
They're
Bloodseekers and Cornigors.
like, this guy's gonna block this guy.
And their big guy is the Minotaur, right?
This dude, the what?
No.
The water?
No.
They have a blood spawn.
It's a Bloodseeker?
Blood spawn, I think.
Blood Spawn, yeah, that's it.
Xtreme. I like that you even put fucking plays.
Yeah.
Like that's an actual play. That's not just X's and O's randomly.
No, that's how you win. The
That you-
secret to winning.
I think you did one of Biran's high school moves. They pulled the fucking guard out.
Yep.
That was a classic Biran move.
Yep.
Biran, you were a guard, right?
Yes.
Did you get pulled?
And I did a lot of pulling.
Okay.
Because I was fast.
I was gonna say
Or
were you the
offensive
most
line.
athletic guard?
Yes.
Okay. Then you get the advantage of being that guy.
But I
The
was
one-
but I was fast, but it only really came into play on a reverse because I had plenty of time to get out around the end.
Yeah.
And then you'd get a cornerback going, ah!
Because otherwise, it's probably you don't get to where you need to in time anyway.
Right.
So why bother?
Like I might get a linebacker, but a reverse, I got enough time to get to the secondary and just
Yeah.
murder
just-
a cornerback.
Yeah, that's where you take out your fucking aggression. Like girl didn't talk to you or whatever. Fucking Robert Downey Jr.'s wife didn't talk to you.
No,
So,
she probably
I'm just
would
gonna-
though, because she was
I'm
super
gonna-
nice.
Yeah, and then you're like, I'm just gonna take it out on this fucking little cornerback. He's
Yep.
gonna die today on the
There
field.
we watched film and there was one of those, and you could see both of his legs in the air from my back, like they were going this way.
And you said this is from Mrs. Downey
Yep.
Jr. This is from Ms. Downey.
I was willing to convert to Judaism for her.
Wow.
Robert Downey didn't do that.
Would you be willing to take acting classes though?
Sure.
Okay. Would you be willing to go blackface like he did in Tropic Thunder?
Never go
He
full
totally
retard,
would.
though.
You would have.
Yeah. As a goof.
Of course.
Uh,
it's a good-
So Frenzy gets tricky with Corn. What's good sides to them?
They have Frenzy.
Uh,
Wait, Frenzy is the pro and the con.
It is.
yeah. The Cornigors have Juggernaut. It's a little safer.
Lame. Juggernaut's garbage. Fuck out of here.
So Frenzy can F you up and make you make bad blocks, but it's
So
also
wait a minute.
fun.
Would you rather have Juggernaut or Brawler?
Brawler. Juggernaut's
No,
only on blitzes,
never.
right? Isn't Juggernaut only for blitzes?
Mhm.
Why do I want something only for blitzes?
But you can't use Brawler on defense, so
At least
That's
blitzes
fine.
you use every turn.
You can't
You
use
can't.
Juggernaut on defense either.
I know, but
No, but Biran, what I'm saying is
a
if you have-
reroll of a shitty die can still give you a shitty die roll. Juggernaut makes the push and you don't fall down.
Here's the thing. I don't want any skill to determine who I take a blitz with. I don't want it to, like, I feel I have to do a blitz because the guy has a fucking skill. If it works out, great, but I don't want to change my game because of that. So
You don't
I'd
want
rather have
horns
the
either?
what?
You don't like horns either?
Well, horn, I mean, they come with it. I've never taken it. I'm not bragging about horns. We've all had horns forever.
They
But-
should make a team that is all players have no hands, but they all have super high strength. And they're just
Oh.
literally a bash team.
I have that team. Mike painted it.
Oh yeah. Ozzy.
Like
Here's
they're all
what's fucked up.
they're all
I actually
strength
have-
6, but no
There's
hands.
actually 11 of these guys.
Yes.
Why not 12? Don't know. But I know there's 11 of them, and it's a
Because
full
it goes
team.
to 11.
Yeah, yes,
Yeah.
it does.
Is that why? Or did we lose one?
It's one higher.
Did I keep the Bluish Occult one?
No, I have that.
Oh, then I don't
I'm
know.
pretty sure we lost one or
remember-
someone stole one.
What I remember most about this is Johnny deciding that he was going to leave the case at my house because I was like, no, I know where this is going. You're
But you
trying
did
to
know.
pawn
But
this
you-
tournament off on me.
So, the
So I ended
final
up
headbangers
shipping
ball,
the case back to him. Next time I need to ship him something, I went ahead and shipped the headbangers back to him.
slide it in there.
That's like
It was-
taking a shit doing an upper decker.
That was, well, I think I told you Xtreme back in the day. So like when I'd watch wrestling with my buddies and we all thought WCW was like the stupidest thing. We actually created a deed to own, and we used to slide it into things and give it to people. And then once they had it, they owned it. We had to like, you own, and then you had to give it to them in different ways that weren't done already. So
Oh,
like,
it's like the Drag Me to Hell movie where you have to
it
get,
was very much,
get someone
yeah.
to take the cursed coin.
You'd be like, hey man, I got an extra beef sandwich, and the fucking wrapping would
Yep.
be the fucking deed.
Covered in juice. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be great. But anyway, the last tournament I ran was Headbangers Ball 5 or 6, and it was in Extreme's garage. And the idea was to give him the tournament by giving him these.
You would
guitar-
bequeath the case.
Yeah,
But I was,
I bequeathed-
but I was on to him and I was against it and I saw it coming.
Well, guess what? You want to start up tournaments again? I'm looking for a home for a guitar Headbangers Ball.
Well, there is a headbangers ball. Tim's running it.
Tim who?
Addison?
Heidecker.
Oh, Tim Heidecker? And Addison?
Oh, is it?
Really?
I saw a headbangers ball listed.
You're kidding.
No, it's still going.
You didn't even
It's-
ask me permission.
It's using a lot of your rules too. It's using the mosh pit rules. And
I don't think he asked me permission.
I'm not seeing it on the NAF site.
Yeah.
I
No,
think I
no,
saw-
I don't- oh, maybe it wasn't approved. I bet you it's not approved now.
Oh, because of all the special rules you had? Yeah.
'Cause- So, Biran, you got it. If anyone still has a copy of the rules, send me. I don't have them, but this tournament, like every game, I would plop one of these down in the fucking game.
Mhm.
It was, he played for both sides. He only moved like 4 spaces. And he
So
would,
every time a player took a turn, he could activate him as well.
yeah. So when it was your turn, you got him. When it was
Mhm.
my turn, I got him.
That's cool.
Yeah, no hands, but he would whack you with the fucking guitar. It was like a stab, I think. And the reason why it was no hands, I got burned because someone put him in the end zone and,
Yep.
free touchdown. The first year we had this like Hero Clicks model. It's called the Metalhead. And it was like this, like, I don't even remember who it was. Do you guys remember? Was it Mr. Hyde?
Yes, it was Mr. Hyde.
I'm pretty sure it was. And I'm like, I just got fucking 12 of these off eBay. I'm using them or whatever. Like I bought those on the cheap. Anyway, once I saw this model, I bought a bunch of them. And Mike was kind enough to paint them up. And
Hyde.
yeah, well, I didn't pay you. So what else would it be?
Yeah, it's
Guilt?
stupid.
Yeah, it is stupid. So Biran, you have this guy on the pitch swinging the fucking guitar. Then if you got 9 players in a square together, you got to yell, "Oh, Cornwall!" and everybody fucking goes down. Like they're all on the ground. I love it's great.
Like armor rolls and everything.
What's that?
Like armor rolls and everything.
They're just prone.
No,
Okay.
they were prone because in a good mosh pit, seeing an old school metal band, they help you up when you hit the ground.
Yeah.
You know, it's a brotherhood.
It's not a fight like some people take
not
it
a
out.
fight. It's not the fucking like skinheads at the punk shows. I'm not looking at fight. We had a custom kickoff table, custom weather, all that kind of stuff. And it was a crowd surfing. You push them into the crowd, they send them right back.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that sounds fun.
So Tim's rules are everything you described without the headbanger.
Oh, well, maybe I need to send them.
I'm not seeing it on the NAF site. So
Where is it?
on
When is it?
Facebook.
Because actually, I want to go.
I think I found it through the Bob's tournament. So all these non-NAF tournaments that.
oh, okay.
Wait, so am I missing something? That there's a whole Blood Bowl scene that I don't even know about?
Yeah.
Biran was asking for an underground scene as a goof, but does it
seems like it's
exist?
starting in the Chicago area.
And by telling me about it, is it still underground?
Yeah, because no one's watching this.
Yeah.
Especially 2 hours into a podcast.
Shit. You know, I got fucking Graziano sauce. It's a big deal over here. It's waiting for me. So it's better be worth it. So what is it, Xtreme? This is a Bob at Bob's house? He's got like a lake house or something? Is that?
He's got a bed and breakfast in Lake Geneva.
Oh damn.
And
Wait, Lake Geneva or Galena?
Galena, you're right. Galena.
Because
You're right.
Galena, I could actually go. Where
Yeah,
I'm
it's
at.
not far to Galena.
I mean, it's probably.
I like Galena. They have these awesome caramel apples at one of the canyons.
So Heather's parents used to have like a small house there way back when, and that was like a simple family getaway thing we do. You know, Ulysses S. Grant's house is there.
Yes. They have a Boy Scout event there every year, and 80,000 Boy Scouts descend upon the town for a week. And
there are a lot of wine moms there. I know that.
Yeah, a lot of
Yes.
wine. There was like one Italian restaurant that we always go to for the family thing. We'd say it was the best, but it was the only one.
And I think I know exactly what you're talking about.
It was actually good though. I
yeah.
mean,
Yep.
And I used
There's
to
a lot of
always,
good places to eat there. I like Galena.
I used to always get like one of those popcorn places there with like fucking weird like bacon.
All the
popcorn.
weird flavors. Yeah.
Yeah,
I love that shit.
I like it.
Yeah. Like a blueberry popcorn and shit like
So
that.
Xtreme, what's the deets on this?
on Bob or headbangers?
Anything. This is around the old world segment, and you're in charge.
And
So
I'll put
Bob
all the
is
details
running-
below.
Bob is running a Blood Bowl event in his bed and breakfast, but each round has like a different tournament rules pack for it. It's very weird.
Oh,
And next
so
year it might be an NAF tournament.
wait, so
Yeah.
Headbangers Ball. I heard about Bob's tournament. That's the same as Headbangers Ball.
No, it's separate. You just told me. I asked what you want deets on. You just said the deets.
You said Headbangers Ball is under the fucking Bob's fucking circuit of tournaments.
No, it wasn't a circuit of tournaments. Bob has an event.
Where
And
one
then there's
round is
Headbangers
going to be
Ball that's
Headbangers
separate.
Ball rules. One round's going to be
Yeah.
rules.
I believe so. One round's gonna be Chaos Cup rules. One round's gonna be Headbangers Brawl rules, and it's
Oh,
all
fun.
weird.
So
Sounds fun.
Headbangers Ball as a whole tournament currently does not exist.
It does.
Correct.
No, it does exist. It's on Facebook. It's on Discord. There's the rules pack for it. Tim is running it.
It's on Facebook. I'm on Facebook. I just got on Facebook, you
All right,
guys.
I'm trying to find. I will send it to you. I didn't know I was going to be put on the spot on this. I thought you knew about it because you're using your rules pack.
Hey, you know what, Xtreme? Talk shit and get shit talked too.
Don't worry, I'll edit all this out so it sounds more professional.
No, you won't.
Mike already said no one's watching, so no one's watching.
No one's watching.
All right. Well, we've all had our fun.
Just a heads up, I got another response from our viewer, Hoagie. He appreciated the
Wait, are we? Hold on. Are we live?
I'm live with Hoagie.
How the
Hoagie,
fuck
caller.
does he know we're on?
No, he just sent me a text. He goes, "Chaos any good for Blood Bowl?" And it was just serendipitous
Yeah.
that we were talking about Blood Bowl, and I had the people that know most about Blood Bowl that I know on the call.
What the fuck is serendipitous?
When
It's a
everything
movie
comes
with,
together at once with Ben
I,
Affleck.
I thought it was a Greek last name.
It does a little bit. Tasso serendipitous.
Yeah,
So serendipitous.
serendipitous.
He asked me to be good, and that's why I provided the Chosen, Nurgle, Renegades, and Corn.
You didn't tell him about Chorfs?
Chorf. I bet you'd be into Chorfs.
Mike, the way you say it sounds funny. It sounds like Shorfs.
Chorfs.
It sounds
I'm
like
from
Shorfs.
Wisconsin. But yeah.
So Mike, what he's looking to do before he commits to buying and painting is getting a demo game. So I said, I'll get Mike to walk both of us because I need a refresh.
Okay. Yeah, I can do
Walk
that.
both of us through a regular Blood Bowl game.
I can do that.
Can you get that demo game NAF approved? So maybe I'll go.
So
then.
it counts.
Well, I want to. Yeah, I'm not going to go if it's not NAF approved.
Right.
You guys got to understand. Last thing before we go. This is serious business here.
Uh-oh. Serious.
Serious shit.
That was a slogan for Apple. Apple, serious business, when they tried to get into the business market and failed.
Xtreme, you're going to want to take note of this. I don't care about your research project anymore.
Does that have a notary on it?
First off, 726 Terry Road. Old school. That's when I was like Katie's neighbor, you know?
Wow.
Welcome, Coach Peletis. Look at this fucking letter. Smell it. It's made
That's
in,
the NAF shield I like the most.
yeah, it looks fucking like a stone.
Yeah.
Like an arrowhead
So-
or something.
It literally says how important it is to be a member. Keep your membership card. I have it. I found it the other day. I'll find it again. Side note, they made the original membership card a hard laminate.
Yes.
The good laminates that Mike used to make dugouts from, the good hard. Then the next year, it was like that punch out kind of laminate.
Yeah, it
It's
wasn't as good.
It's like in a White Dwarf article. You know what I mean? That kind of like punch, but signed by John K. Lewis,
No
president.
relation?
To me?
Pat.
Oh. The fuck? No relation. To Pat Lewis? No. To Jerry Lewis, maybe. I don't
Yeah.
know. Alive or dead? He's dead, right?
Yeah.
Um,
But not from ALS, I don't think.
no, he died because he said women aren't funny.
Yeah.
154.
Wow.
Wait, is that backwards?
No, that's right.
That's
Oh,
right.
okay.
It's backwards for you. It's right
That's
for
I
us.
forgot. Okay. Now it's expired.
In
Luckily,
2004.
I know a guy.
You
His
still
name
got
is
the black dice?
No. Who did I sell those to? Somebody. I sold them at a Super Bowl once.
Really?
No,
No,
there's
no, not a Super Bowl. I had them stolen from me at a Super Bowl. And I recovered. It was as a goof. Someone took them.
Like the
sold,
Doug liked to do that to you.
It was pre-Doug, actually. It was a Doug-like guy, I believe, though. Someone Doug-like. Doug-like sounds like a cool band, ska band. I sold my black block dice years ago on eBay for over $200.
Wow.
Worth it or not?
Not worth $200. You're $200 in your pocket.
Like,
worth it.
should I have kept them?
No.
No, I don't think they're worth that much now.
I missed them heavily afterwards. I still kind of
Well,
miss them.
I gave my second set to your brother.
Right. I
So
didn't know about that. Well,
you can steal it from him.
I could. Fun fact, I sold my blue ones for over 100.
That's crazy.
It is
Dice
crazy.
people are weird. We should do an episode on weird dice people.
I did save one blue dice. Oh, I wonder if I still have this. It was a fuck up.
Yeah, oh yeah, because the blue dice they were curved. They're bowed on the outside.
I don't know if I still have this one. I don't know if it's in here, but you ever drink dice, you guys?
Do you ever pee in that cup with the dice?
You know what? Someone once told me this like analogy, but like knowledge, and I'm gonna get it wrong, but like where like a glass with ice cubes, but then like you can fill it with, you think it's full, but you still fill it with
And you
like,
take
or no.
like a half a drink.
Oh
and
no,
a
it was
pinky.
like big rocks, and then you're like, oh, you think it's full? It's not full. Then you put the little rocks in, and then you put fucking sand in, and then there's still room.
I saw that on a TED Talk. Speaking of those, and I'm like, I get this goof.
I don't get it, but I do get one thing that I don't believe it was a blue. There's a blue one. The one I had though, it was what am I thinking? What's the right word to describe it? It was like bulbous. It
Yeah.
was like the sides came
Bowed
out.
out.
Sides
They were
bowed outward.
they were convex.
Like, yeah, right. They were not concave, they were convex.
Convex.
you can spin it and it spin like forever. It felt like, and I knew it was worth a lot. So I don't know what I did with it. That's the end of the story.
Cool story, bro.
Yeah. Thanks.
So Mike, you have Jesus stuff to do this weekend, so you're out for games
On Sunday, yeah.
Saturday. What you want?
No, I got stuff on Saturday too.
Oh, but not Jesus stuff.
No, not Jesus stuff. No.
And next week is Blood Bowl. So week after?
Well, next Saturday is that Goblin King?
Yeah, the 23rd.
Yeah, I could maybe do that Sunday.
Sunday next week. I'll tell Hoagie.
All right.
All right. Well, this episode was just us getting together on a conference call and talking. That's all this was. But if you
Isn't that what all of them are?
Yeah.
But this one's
Like,
more so.
This one more so. So basically, if you've watched the other 100 episodes of Zlurpcast TV, you know that what you are as the viewer is not a viewer. You're not even a subscriber, even if you subscribe. You are a fly on the wall in these discussions that most are not privy to. But you
Hoagie was involved in the discussion.
He was live.
Yeah.
Like he's live.
Yeah, I shouldn't have replied to him. I should say you're gonna have to wait for the show.
We should do live calls.
I mean, I missed my firewood delivery because I didn't see my message because I wasn't opening up my messages.
Oh.
Why are you
Now I'm
getting
gonna have to
firewood?
reschedule.
Don't you
Yeah,
have
because-
are you living in a cabin in the woods?
No, but I have a fireplace I like to use.
Oh, so it's
And,
not like a gas fake one?
No.
No, it's a real one.
So do you
So I
have a
have a
chimney sweep?
firewood guy. I had a chimney sweep in the fall before I
Hello,
started.
Governor.
Yes.
you don't cut your own firewood, Xtreme?
I
You
don't.
want a seasoned firewood.
Right.
I can see Xtreme out back with an axe for a couple hours.
Yeah, but then you have
Shirtless?
you have to wait a long time to use that.
Yeah, Mike, shirtless. Maybe,
Fun
maybe
fact,
a-
if you're an RV camper, if you can avoid it, don't buy the campground wood because it's almost never seasoned.
All right.
It's like trying to set a pool on fire.
That's what lighter fluid's for.
Yeah. But I try to be the cool camper that does it right,
You're doing it wrong.
I know. I should use
You're
technology. But no,
not-
Doing it
you know what my new
wrong.
trick is? A cheat, but not quite as much a cheat as lighter fluid. Duraflame log in the bottom, stacked.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
Before we go, Fresh Breeze Award.
Nice.
Your date on that?
No,
33.
oh yeah, 07.
07.
And the original.
That's a better one. I like that one. You
This
should
is
get
the
that slabbed.
Yeah, actually, I was thinking about digitizing it in our first NFT.
Yeah, I think you should get a digital copy of that and laminate it. I think it'd be cool.
Laminate.
Yeah,
We need laminate it.
yeah, like to give it out at the next event. So it has
This.
like the
Wait,
no, but it has
This.
to have the torn spiral notebook things on.
Yes, that makes it official.
So not a copy. You want this
The
laminated.
original one.
Well, but also digitize it, like put it in a scanner so you capture the spirals in the image, and then also make that a bit like you should slab that one from CGC with a rating on it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll
And
tell
then
you
give
what,
out the replicas.
Biran, I'm thoroughly confused because me and Xtreme went from blue to purple.
Yeah.
How the fuck does that happen?
You can't see it, so
You can't see that, Xtreme?
The blue and purple, that's too close the colors for him
For the
because he's
normal,
disabled.
for the normal people on the show, how the fuck does that happen?
Blue to purple, exposed to sun, UV.
shitty ink.
Cheap printing.
Oh, yeah, because this is with marker. Should
Yeah.
have to bleed through. I also use it as toilet paper. 1, 2, 3, faux, by the way.
I love that.
Why isn't 1, 2 tree foe?
I don't know. I wasn't thinking that. Thinking so well. I was actually talking to Keller today, by the way, about G-Dub. We were chatting a bit. And quick side note, somewhat related.
This whole
Keller-
episode's been a side note.
Keller just discovered what a juggalo was a few years ago.
Oh wow!
He,
I wish I didn't know and could
I
rediscover. it
told
all
him, I
over
said,
again.
I said, your innocence is so adorable that you didn't know, like, he didn't know, like, whoop, whoop. We were talking about all this kind of stuff.
Catch a man.
He told me, you got to understand, his only experience with the internet 10 years ago was for Fumble. That's all. Could you imagine not having the internet except for Fumble?
Like
That's your only use of the internet.
So he
Is
has
that a
one
Canadian
icon,
thing?
and he never clicked on a search bar or anything. It's just
Right.
he just opened up Fumble, and that was all he ever.
I'm
used.
here to play Blood Bowl. Dude, did you know? I don't want to know anything else. I'm here
Have
to
you
play
heard of
Fumble.
free porn?
Is
in
it
Fumble.
Blood Bowl related?
I'm here for Fumble.
You know what? Legend has it. He typed in free porn. He misspelled it, and that's how he got to Fumble. So close.
Does he know about furries?
I mean, he can. I think he's now getting more versed in search
He's been
engine.
awakened.
I think he
Alta
just got.
Vista now.
Yeah, he got excited in Alta Vista.
What's his name?
Well, he goes by Keggy McKill, but he's Keller Reeves.
Keller Reeves. So he's now Muad'Dib Reeves.
Yes, Keller
He has
Muad'Dib.
awoken.
Yes. All right. Well, I guess that's it. For all your Gitkas, all your headbangers, get them all there. I'm going to research this faux headbangers ball real quick and send a letter. And by letter, I mean a math letter. That's all. Just subscribe, all that kind of stuff.
Bang.
Bad episode.
Zlurpcast! Brought to you by Nuffles. Bet you can't just roll a one.